Hey guys, I've been using one of those cheap carbon fiber tripods that you see listed on Amazon for over a year and a half now, and I just wanted to give you my honest feedback and a little bit of info about cheap carbon fiber tripods in general. If you're new to my channel, I do videos reviewing tech, talking about tech products I purchase. I will have Adobe Premiere and Adobe Lightroom tutorials occasionally. And if you are interested about living abroad or life in Vietnam, where I currently live, I'll have a link to that up here. So the brand of tripod that I have is a K&F Concepts tripod, but regardless of that, a lot of these things will apply to other tripods that you see on Amazon, usually under 150, 180 bucks for a tripod. And the first one is capacity. Now, at the time I bought the heaviest duty, highest capacity, inexpensive carbon fiber tripod I could on Amazon because I was using a D750 and I had a 70 to 200 2.8. And that combo together was something that I use because I like to shoot landscape stuff with it. And the tripod that I have right now could hold my D750 and 70-200 combo, but kind of just barely. I had to use a remote shutter release, and if I used the center extension column, I could not really get a steady shot unless I left it there and used remote shutter either on a timer or on the app on my cell phone. And by and large, if you are looking at an inexpensive tripod on Amazon and it says that it's got a 3 kilogram or 4 kilogram weight limit, which would be 6 to 8 pounds, if it's really, really inexpensive and it seems like it's too good to be true for carbon fiber and for the capacity, I would say that your realistic or usable weight capacity would be 4 to 5 pounds. If the tripod says it's 6 to 8 kilos, meaning 12 to 15 pounds, I would say realistically the usable capacity of that tripod is probably closer to 5 to 10 pounds. So that's one thing to note. It has nothing to do with like the actual build of the legs and how it's assembled, but more just that the carbon fiber in the legs does have some flex. And if you are looking to get a carbon fiber tripod, make sure you get something that's heavier duty or has a higher capacity than what you need if you are spending very little money on it. The second is build quality. Now, at least on this K&F Concept model that I have, the build quality has been pretty good. The rubber around the rings that you grip to adjust it on some of the points is starting to expand. Some of that has to do with the climate that I'm in, but overall the joints for where the carbon fiber legs meet the aluminum parts are totally fine. I've had to adjust the screws on the tripod from using it so often and tighten them up, but that's really just a simple Allen key. And overall, the build quality is something that I am pretty surprised and pretty satisfied with. My biggest complaint on the build quality would actually probably be the ball head. And it's not that it's a bad ball head, it's much more that it's a really heavy ball head. And that leads me into size and weight. Before we start talking about the size and weight of this K&F Concepts tripod and tripods here in general, I want to remind everyone to back up your photos and video in 2 places. I recently lost 4 terabytes of photo and video, and the sponsor of today's video, Backblaze, they offer a product that would have prevented that. It's $50 a year and makes a virtual copy of all of your existing hard drives. And it's like having a virtual or digital RAID assembly. It's $50 a year unlimited. If I'd been using it prior to this, it wouldn't have happened. If you have your own solution and you have a network attached storage drive or your drives are already RAID, great. If you are looking to back all your stuff up, I really can't recommend this enough. If you're traveling and you don't want to carry multiple copies of the same drive, this is a great product. And on top of that, if you guys want to check out Backblaze, I have an affiliate link down below. If you don't want to support my channel, you don't have to. Don't use it. Just make sure you have your stuff backed up. Now, size and weight. Now, the size and weight of this tripod is very much corresponding to the fact that it was the highest capacity that I could find on Amazon at the time. And while this isn't a gigantic tripod, it's hardly a travel-friendly tripod. And it's actually something I'm looking to get a second tripod, only because this is a great tripod for kind of the stuff I currently use it for. In regards to travel and strapping this onto the back of the motorbike, it's not the best. I mentioned before that the ball head is extremely heavy for its capacity. It's probably as heavy as the rest of the tripod. Just the ball head alone is probably equal to the weight of the legs. So if you were to get a lightweight ball head, you would considerably lessen the weight of this device. If size is an issue, look for one of like the Mi Photo Air tripods or something like that. It'll probably serve you better. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this setup, especially for my new mirrorless kit. And that will wrap up the 3 points I wanted to cover. And now I kind of want to talk about Amazon cheap carbon fiber tripods in general. By and large, when you see a brand that you've never heard of on Amazon, this isn't necessarily private label stuff. In regards to someone gets a private label product and they're mass bringing these over from China to America. A lot of times these are brands or these are companies that will have products that are much bigger in Asia or Southeast Asia or in markets that do not support premium brands, and someone has discovered these products and they're now importing them to America and putting them on Amazon. One of the things that really surprised me when I got to Southeast Asia was how common it was to walk into camera shops and see brands like K&F Concepts, Benro, Sairui, and a couple others that were stocked in camera shops. And they were the inexpensive option here, but they weren't the most inexpensive option. So if you're wondering if a lot of these companies are kind of fly by night, make a product and not support it, maybe, maybe not, but in a lot of cases, these are brands that are already established and distributing products in other markets. Okay, that wraps up this review talking about the tripod. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it shed some light on the build quality and overall satisfaction that you can expect from one of those inexpensive carbon fiber tripods. I will go ahead and look on Amazon and pick out some of my favorites or brands that I've seen here, and I'll link those tripods down below. I'll probably do one or two lightweight ones, a medium-sized one, and a larger size tripod. And if you guys use those links, it definitely supports me. And that's the end of the video. Till next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you from Hanoi. Peace.